Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Kaylee, and I talk about intentional living and show different glimpses into my intentional life here on this channel. My hope is that you can find some ways to bring more intentionality into your own life. In this video, you are going to spend 1.5-ish days with me in Dahlonega, Georgia. I'll mention what we're here for in just a moment, but I hope you enjoy a look into a very cute little town for the short time that we're here. Hello, welcome to Dahlonega, Georgia. We're here because Jonathan has to take his BCBA exam tomorrow morning, and we decided instead of him having to drive like an hour to an hour and a half tomorrow morning super early, we would just stay here the night before. So we're on our way to go to dinner, and I'll take you along. I mean, we're not going to be here too long. We got here about an hour ago. He's been doing some studying. I've been doing some reading. We're going to dinner. He's going to study more. I'm going to read more. And then tomorrow I'll take you along with me while he's taking his exam, and then we'll do a little bit of walking around. There's a bookstore we're going to stop in and do some other things, but I'll check in once we get back to the hotel because I'm ready to go eat. It is so hot. We just went on a walk to go see where Jonathan is taking his test tomorrow because it's walking distance from where our hotel is. So we walked it so that he knows exactly. Okay, I was doing an update and then I saw this little squirrel that's like digging up his winter treasures. We'll put a clip of that in here. But we went and walked where Jonathan's test is tomorrow so that he can walk with confidence in the morning to where he needs to go. And now we're walking around the center square, which is where pretty much everything is in the little downtown area. And it's so funny because there's a Hallmark event this weekend called Christmas in July, and a bunch of the Hallmark stars, like Chad Michael Murray and, oh, I forget her name, she played Lexi in the Vampire Diaries, they're all here for a conference. Well, they'll be here this weekend for a conference. So the downtown area, a lot of the stores have decorated for Christmas. They have not gone all out, because if you come to Dahlonega during Christmas time, they do go all out, but they have put out some minimal Christmas decorations to kind of fit the theme of the weekend. So we get to benefit from seeing it in like a half Christmas dressed state, which is very fun, even though it is sweltering heat outside. Tomorrow the plan is for Jonathan to take his exam. I'm planning to go to a wine tasting bar and read after I check out from the hotel and wait for Jonathan to get out of his exam, and then we'll grab lunch. We're gonna go to a bookstore, and we might peruse a couple of other little shops too, and we'll take you along. Good morning. It's like 10:45. I have to check out in 15 minutes. I just got out of bed for the last time, like 15 minutes ago, and got ready because I woke up at 5 a.m. Actually, I potentially woke up even earlier than that because I was feeling anxious for Jonathan on this exam. He is officially into hour 2. He started at 8:30. It's a 4-hour exam. So I will see him in like 2 hours and we'll know if he passed or not. It's so funny because I was talking to him about how anxious it would make me to know immediately after taking the exam. Like, I would prefer to have to wait and get a card in the mail that told me if I made it or not. And he said that that would make him more anxious. So I'm glad that it's going the way that makes him less anxious, because he'll know right away. I've told him not to like call or text and tell me, because where the exam was, I already told you, he was walking distance. So he's just gonna walk and meet me wherever I am in downtown Dahlonega. And I know that I'll know how it went the minute I see him. That's not something that I'm gonna film on the off chance that he doesn't pass. That would be devastating. So I'm not gonna do that. But I am interested to see how quickly I'm able to recognize which way it went. But because I've been up since 5 a.m., I have finished a book and started another one. I finished Draco Malfoy and the Morbidly Ordeal of Falling in Love, and it was fantastic. It was originally a fanfic, and it was posted on AO3, or Archive of Our Own, and I found out about it, I think at the end of last year, before it was removed, because I think her tag on there is "This is Self-Care." She actually got a publishing deal and reworked that story for a book that released actually this month called The Irresistible Urge to Fall in Love with Your Enemy. I don't know if I'll read that one because this one now holds such a special place in my heart. To be a Harry Potter book, but not a Harry Potter book, but it's a Harry Potter book. Yeah, I loved it. It's long. It's a full book. Kudos to her for just doing that for funsies on Archive of Our Own initially. And congratulations to her for getting published now. I could sit and talk forever about it, but I don't have time to do that. And then I started The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath. I've already packed all of our stuff ready to go. I literally just have to walk downstairs and hand over the room keys. And then luckily they have a parking deck here, which is really nice because most downtown Dahlonega parking is either paid or 3-hour maximum. So I'm able to just leave the car in this free deck for the hotel. So I'm just gonna go put my stuff in it and then mosey around and find a place to sit for the next hour and 45 minutes until Jonathan gets out. My plan is to go to the Dahlonega tasting room, I think is what it's called, and get a flight of wine and sit and read my book. There are also a couple of stores that I want to pop into. I'm trying to determine which ones Jonathan would care to walk into with me and which ones he wouldn't. So there's a little pet store called Local Pup, and I might go into that because it's definitely geared towards dog moms. And then there are a couple of tea stores I might pop into. There's an olive oil and vinegar store that I might go into. Really, the one store that I will for sure wait for Jonathan is the bookstore, and potentially one or two of the antique stores, just because we were looking through the window and saw some vintage cameras and some vintage books, and he would want to see those too. So I'll probably do like from where I'm standing when I walk out of here, all the shops towards like the left side of the downtown square, and then Jonathan and I will get lunch, and then we'll do the right side because that's where most of the antique stores are, in the bookstore. I'm going to show you my outfit really quick, and then I'm going to go and check out and load the car with our 2 or 3 bags that we brought. I'm going to do this quick because I have 5 minutes until checkout, but this is the outfit. I'm just wearing some faux leather Birkenstocks, this dress that I got from Old Navy, and that's it. I do have on a pair of biker shorts under here, and potentially when I walk there are gonna be weird lines, and you know what, I don't care because it's sweaty and hot and I'm not going to chafe. Okay, I also ended up taking a shower last night and I did not bring any hair product, so I am going to leave my hair up like this. I don't care if it gets a little wild. I'm not trying to impress anybody today. Yes, I wore a bright green bra and you can totally see my straps, and I also don't care about that because I have to wear one, and you're gonna see the straps regardless, and this kind of makes it like a pop of color for my outfit. I'm gonna grab our bags. I'll kind of show you the hotel room. It's just your standard bed and desk kind of set up. So last night Jonathan did all of his studying over here, and I have spent most of my time in this bed reading. But now I'm gonna grab our bags and head to the car. Home. I don't know what kind of footage that you got to see from today because I didn't check in along the way, but I did end up filming Jonathan walking up to me because I could tell from how far away I saw him that he passed just by how he was walking. So he passed his exam. We're very excited about that. We went to a place called Nighthawk Tavern for lunch. I got a little bit of footage of our meal. It was delicious. I would drive back to Dahlonega just to eat that and to eat the dinner that we had the night before. We had a really good lunch. We went into a few stores in downtown Dahlonega. The only things that we ended up getting in downtown Dahlonega were a bottle of wine. I went into a tasting room while I was waiting on him to finish his exam, and I tried this Cherokee Rose wine from Habersham Winery in Helen, Georgia, and it is a dry rosé, which I feel like is really hard to come by. I don't like sweet wines. I prefer dry wines. So I tried this, and it's like the perfect summer dry rosé. In that same store, they also had mead, which Jonathan likes and wanted to try. I'm intrigued by one of them. It's a mead-a-rita, so it's citrusy and honey based, and then an apple pie mead and the mead-a-rita. So you get those to try. And then I also got a dog toy for our dog and my parents' dog, and Brecker right now is going to town on it. It's a coffee wood, like bone, but it's made out of coffee wood. So it's like a stick, but it's thicker than your typical stick that you would like find out in the wild. So I got him one, and I got my parents' dog one because she loves sticks. She brings in sticks almost every time she goes outside. So I thought it would be the perfect toy for her, and I wanted to see how it held up for him because he is a super chewer. He doesn't chew on anything he's not supposed to. He just runs through bones quickly. And then we went and stopped at the West Elm outlet in Dawsonville because we wanted to look at couches. We didn't end up getting a couch, obviously, but we did just want to pop in and look and see if there was anything. We sat on one piece that was super comfortable, and it was like to the $300, which is unheard of for a West Elm piece of furniture, but it wouldn't have worked for what we needed it to. But one thing that we had been looking for was bookends, and we found this like marble bookend in the clearance section. It was only $10. And then I also found these gold bookends, and they were $17 for the pair, which is also unheard of. I don't know if you've seen it yet or not based on when this comes out. Either I have already posted or I will be posting soon a kind of book reorganization video. And because of the bookshelf that we got, it doesn't have anything on the side, and so our books are just kind of like hanging in limbo, and I don't like the way it looks, so I needed some bookends, but I didn't want to pay a lot for bookends because they're very expensive. So I got 3 bookends, a marble one and these 2 gold ones, for $27, which is pretty good considering they're West Elm and considering the prices of bookends right now. And then the last thing that I picked up from there were these Christmas ornaments. I saw these last season in a West Elm, and I really liked them, but I didn't like the price tag because they were $45 for 9 Christmas ornaments. But at the outlet, I paid $11 for them. So I'm very excited to have those. I wish that they had had more packs of these in particular, but it's okay. We got some. And just as a point of reference, this is the brand that we got Brecker's Chew from, but it's made of coffee tree wood, and like I said, he is chewing on it right now and likes it a lot. So other than the little bit of walking around that we did today and the food that we ate, we didn't do a lot in downtown Dahlonega. It served its purpose by Jonathan taking his exam, which is fantastic. We did go into the bookstore and we went into some antique stores, but we didn't find anything. So these are all of the things that we got. Hopefully the footage of the quaint little downtown area was nice, and I'm sure it's going to be a crazy weekend there now that the Hallmark Christmas convention is going to be happening starting tomorrow. I'm glad we're not there for that. It was very cute to see, but it's going to be crawling with tourists, so I'm glad we're not there. That's it for me. Thanks for coming along on our little overnight getaway. Until next time.